Good morning, children. Hope all of you are fine and enjoying. Before we start, as you already know that we have started with chapter 7, which is getting to know the plants. So before we move further, let us revise what we have done till today. We had started with the plants. We learned about 3 different types of plants, the categories in which plants are divided on the basis of the stems they have. Now in that category we had learned about herbs, then we talked about shrubs, and finally we talked about trees. After that we saw different parts of the plant. The main plants of the plant are the roots, which fixes the plant to the ground. Then we talked about the stem, which keeps the plant upright, as well as it takes water, it supplies water and minerals which are taken from the roots to all other parts of the plant, be it branches, be it leaves, be it fruits and flowers. Then we talked about the other part, which is known as the leaf. Leaves are mostly, in most of the plants, the leaves are green in color, and they provide greenery to our environment, and they work as the kitchens of the plant. We can also call them as the kitchen of the plant or food factory. Kitchen of the plant are the leaves, or food factory of the plants are leaves. Leaves are the sites, or leaves are the parts where the plant synthesize its food for its growth, maintenance, and the food which is not used by the plant for its growth and maintenance, that food gets reserved in different parts of the plant. So we will talk about this storage of the food, extra food which leaves prepare in the later section. Now we will start with the leaves. As you all know that leaves are the green parts of the plant, and in leaf we had talked about the structure of the leaf. The main body of the leaf is the leaf lamina. This is the broadest part of the leaf. Then to the part to which it is attached to the stem or the branch is known as the petiole. This we already done, petiole, and it has a rib which is known as midrib, and from midrib we see number of tube-like structures or lines which run from the midrib. These lines, they are known as veins in the leaves. So these are the veins in the leaves. Now after that we had talked about the arrangement of different types of veins in the leaves, and according to that we have 2 types of leaves. One is reticulate and other is parallel. So the arrangement inside the lamina, the arrangement of veins inside the lamina is known as venation, as we have already done. And on this basis we have 2 types of venations. One is reticulate venation and other is parallel venation. In reticulate venation we see that the veins, they form a network inside the leaf lamina. Network of veins inside the leaf lamina is known as reticulate venation. Network of veins is seen. And in parallel venation, the veins, they run parallel to the midrib. Veins run parallel to the midrib. अगर हम इसको बनाएं तो the structure will be something like this. This is the leaf lamina, this is the midrib, then we have network of veins running and forming an irregular network. So this is reticulate venation. But if we see a leaf with parallel venation, we will see it like this. This is the midrib, and the other veins, they run parallel to this midrib. So this is the arrangement of veins inside the leaf. Now talking about the leaf, how does we know that leaves are the kitchens of the plant? They synthesize food for the plant. So let us see how this process is undertaken and what is the process associated with the synthesis of food. Now the process by which the green leaves, remember the process by which the green leaves prepare the food with the help of carbon dioxide and water is known as photosynthesis. So leaves may prepare food and photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? The process of the process by which, लिख लीजिए, the process by which green leaves prepare food. किससे फूड बनाती है, लेकिन फूड के लिए रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? द प्रोसेस बाय विच लीव्स प्रिपेयर फूड फ्रॉम कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड वाटर in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, with the help of a pigment, chlorophyll. So photosynthesis is a process. It is a process by which leaves prepare food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight with the help of a pigment known as chlorophyll. So this is photosynthesis. Synthesis मतलब manufacture, कुछ चीज बनाना. Photo means light. When the leaves synthesize their food in the presence of light which is provided by sun. When the leaves they synthesize food in the presence of sunlight, that process is known as photosynthesis. Now every part which is which is seeing the light or which is absorbing light cannot synthesize food. Why do only leaves synthesize food? Because leaves have a pigment which is known as chlorophyll. 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 Leaves have a pigment inside them which is known as chlorophyll. Without the help of chlorophyll, the leaves will not be able to synthesize their food. So now we have written, let us see the diagram. Let us see the definition. It is a process by which green leaves prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. So हम carbon dioxide, we will write it like this: CO2 plus water. H2O is water. In the presence of sunlight, that is a important component, and with the help of chlorophyll, we will get food. Now the food form is in the form of a simple sugar which is glucose. तो हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे glucose plus giving out oxygen. Oxygen is liberated out. So I will just rewrite it: carbon dioxide which is represented as CO2 plus water which is represented as H2O in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll manufactures glucose which is C6H12O6. Now the carbon dioxide and water molecules, they combine and form C6H12O6, which is glucose, liberating out oxygen, giving out oxygen, or we will write it as O2. Oxygen is written as O2 because it is going up. So we can easily make a symbol like this, glucose plus oxygen. So now from this formula, what we get to know, that plants require carbon dioxide and water. When carbon dioxide and water combine in the presence of sunlight with the help of chlorophyll, this changes into glucose, which is a sugar. Later on it gets converted into carbohydrates, starches, different type of other molecules are formed, and the oxygen is liberated out. हम कहते हैं ना कि पौधे हमें ताजी हवा देते हैं, हमें पौधे लगाने चाहिए, plants, we should plant trees, plant more and more trees because it takes in carbon dioxide. तो carbon dioxide gas, which is harmful to us, which is harmful to our environment, it is taken by plants. Plants उनको लेते हैं and they add some water to it, carbon dioxide and water. When they are like undergo a process in the presence of sunlight, changes into glucose, पौधे को खाना मिल जाता है and environment gets rich in oxygen. So plants become very, very crucial for the life which is present on earth. अर्थ पे हम ये जो लाइफ देख रहे हैं, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्लांट्स आर देयर, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एनिमल्स आर देयर, इंसेक्ट्स आर देयर, ह्यूमन बींग्स आर देयर. तो दिस इज ऑल पॉसिबल बिकॉज वी आर गेटिंग कॉन्टिन्यूअस सप्लाई ऑफ ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम द प्लांट्स. अगर प्लांट्स एटमॉस्फेयर की कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड ना ले, if they do not use the atmospheric carbon dioxide, the level of carbon dioxide will increase in our environment. हमारे एनवायरमेंट में बहुत ज्यादा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हो जाएगी एंड आवर बॉडी विल वी कैन नॉट टेक इन कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, वी कैन नॉट सर्वाइव इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड. तो मान लीजिए इफ प्लांट्स आर नॉट देयर, they are not taking carbon dioxide of the atmosphere and changing it into oxygen, the life on the earth will be no more. There won't be any life on the earth because we are not able to survive in carbon dioxide rich environment. So that is why every time you see a tree cutting or you just take out plants, so that is very, very wrong. You have to try to plant more and more trees so that the trees give out more oxygen and we get purified air for our respiration. So this is the process, and this process is known as photosynthesis. Now we will just study carbon dioxide. Where does plant get carbon dioxide and water? Now as I had already told you, the plants, they have roots, and roots, they are underground parts. They fix the plant को fix करते हैं जमीन पे, and they take in water and minerals from the soil. जब आप पौधों को पानी देते हैं तो हम ये कहते हैं ना कि पौधे की जड़ों में पानी दो. किस लिए जड़ों में पानी दो? Because the roots, the water will reach into the soil and the roots of the plant will take water from the soil. Now water is taken up by stem. From stem, from the stem, let us make a flower. Now the roots take up water from the stem, the water reaches the leaves, water will enter into leaves. Water तो यहाँ से आ गया. Roots have provided, roots and stem, roots have taken water from the soil, they have absorbed water and they have handed over that water to the stem. Now through the stem, the water enters into the leaves. Water has already been entered into the leaf. Now where does carbon dioxide come from? Now carbon dioxide enters from the atmosphere. हमारे एटमॉस्फेयर में जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है इट एंटर्स इनटू दी लीव्स. तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, सोर्स ऑफ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड इज द इमीडिएट एटमॉस्फेयर एंड द सोर्स ऑफ वाटर इज द सॉइल. फ्रॉम सॉइल थ्रू रूट्स द वाटर enters into the stem. From stem it enters into the leaves. Once the leaves get water, they start to take in atmospheric carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide and water, they enter into the leaf. There are some special cells where chlorophyll pigment is present. There are some cells in which chlorophyll pigment is present. So in the presence of sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, you have to have sunlight. वो पिगमेंट आपका तभी काम करता है जब सनलाइट होती है. In the presence of sunlight, when light falls on the leaf, the pigment gets activated and starts to convert carbon dioxide and water into glucose, releasing out oxygen to the environment. ऑक्सीजन आपकी रिलीज हो जाती है और आपकी जो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड है उसको लीफ यूज कर लेती है and giving out oxygen as a end product. Now this food later on, it is like the simplest form is the glucose. It gets changed into different type of carbohydrates and starch. ज्यादातर आपका starch में convert हो जाता है and this starch, the food is used in the growth of the plant, in the maintenance of the plant, and whatever starch remains, it gets stored in different parts of the plant. It gets stored in different parts of the plant. जैसे कि you have seen potato, which is an underground part. Now the extra food of the potato plant, it goes there, extra starch of the plant goes and gets stored inside the potato tuber. That is why we say potatoes are rich source of starches. Now the food also goes into different types of roots जो हम खाते हैं, जैसे carrots खाते हैं, we have गाजर, then we have radish, turnip. हिंदी में अगर मैं बोलूँ तो शलगम, गाजर, मूली. तो ये क्या है? These are all roots which store extra food which is prepared by the plants, and we can also consume all these things. So it becomes plants के साथ साथ हमें plants ऑक्सीजन भी दे रहे हैं, साथ साथ they are providing us with different type of edible parts. ठीक है, different type of edible parts. We have done this in chapter 2 also. So this was about the process, or the process is very very important because directly or indirectly all the plants and animals, they depend on the plants for their food requirements. If we talk about herbivorous animals, the herbivorous animals, they directly eat on plants. आप गाय देख लीजिए, sheep देख लीजिए, buffaloes देख लीजिए, all the cattle, they directly eat upon the plants. Some are herbivores which eat fruits, which eat flowers, which eat seeds. तो वो वाले animals भी plants पे dependent है. And the animals which are not herbivores, let us talk about carnivores animals. Tiger की बात करें, lion की बात करें, तो they do not eat plants, but still their life depends on the plants. How? Because these carnivorous animals, they eat on herbivorous animals. If the plants are not there, the herbivorous animals will not be able to survive. They will die because of shortage of food. If plants are not there, the herbivorous animals will die because of shortage of the food. And if herbivorous animals are not there, then the carnivores, which are dependent for the food on herbivores, they will also die. So the entire living community, whether herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, every living being, they all directly or indirectly depend on the plants or their products. अगर डायरेक्ट प्लांट पे नहीं है तो उनके प्रोडक्ट्स पे डिपेंडेंट है. मान लीजिए कोई हर्बीवोर आपका पत्तियां नहीं खा रहा, they are dependent on the fruits. Some birds, some animals, they eat the fruits of the plants. So directly or indirectly, all the living beings which which are heterotrophic, which cannot manufacture their own food inside their bodies, they are all dependent on the plants. So this was all about the process of photosynthesis. Please read it from your book. The process is explained in detail. Once again, I'll just repeat. It is a process by which leaves prepare food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight with the help of pigment, which is known as chlorophyll. So do not forget about the sunlight and the chlorophyll pigment. Carbon dioxide comes from the atmosphere, water comes from the soil, and with the help of, in the presence of sunlight, with the help of chlorophyll, the oxygen is liberated and glucose or the starches are made inside the leaf. So because of that, leaves are also known as the kitchens of the plants. So this was all